using.
Kane with the moves in there!
Didn't stop it. He knew what was about to happen. Wait a moment. Wait a moment.
I see it now. I see it now.
Why are you not gonna let it do it to you, Brad?
What? 8 straight.
To show to you that I'm more good than I am bad.
Capture. Stop it. They have a family. Don't do it to them.
And I'll be somewhere that you need me. And I'll be holding my breath, waiting for you to show.
A 1v5.
And he's sniped by Illusion.
Remedy gonna get gunned again. That was a great nade by Mayo.
Should never have gotten that 3-piece.
Yeah, somewhere deep inside of you, I know you want me. You're just afraid to say.
Alright, hello everyone. Hope you guys are having a beautiful day today. The match is about to go underway. We have Rated Gaming versus Saints Academy live right now. K7 League.
Yes, indeed, and we also have had already a match today. I'm going to give a quick look at the bracket. That was Genesis 5 versus Malicious Esports. And it went very, very well for Malicious Esports because, I'm not going to say because of the GAs, but it was made easier for them by the GA violations of Genesis 5. So they are basically going to be moving on with only going to the end of one of the actual rounds. All the others were stopped short because of GA violations. Therefore, Malicious is going to move on to the next round, which is going to be, the next round, their opponent is going to be determined by who wins this match. This is Saints Academy versus Rated Gaming, as you can see right here. And let's take a little bit of a look at the maps as we are getting ready to start this. Go ahead and give us a little bit of a lowdown on the maps here, Shadow.
Well, first we have Hardpoint Ramaza, then we have Search and Destroy Arkhov Peak for Game 2, and then we have Hackney Dom, and then we have Azer Cave Hardpoint. And then for Game 5, we have Search and Destroy Ramaza. It's going to be an interesting one. First of all, I don't see much Game 1's Hardpoint Ramaza, so it's going to be interesting to see this. And I always love some good Arkhov Peak Search. It makes it very interesting with the snipers.
Yeah, indeed. Definitely a map that I like to see on Search and Destroy because it does add the ability for a sniper to be used. I mean, it's not to say that there aren't other maps you could use it on, but this is definitely the map by and far that we do see it on pretty much 9 times out of 10. Sometimes you see it on St. Petrograd. Sometimes, very even more rarely, you see it on the final map of Search and Destroy, which is Ramaza, but those are very, very key cases. So definitely going to be seeing a wide range of different things on this Search and Destroy on Arklov Peak, like you were saying. But we're going to be going into this first map on good old Ramaza. This is a map that, even before the meta change, we saw usually a lot of AR presence winning the day for your team. This is a very, very big map for the ARs. A lot of long sight lines that you can just get in those power positions and hold on to. But yeah, especially now that the meta has changed and the MP5 is now not as good at longer ranges, it's going to be even more favored towards that.
Yeah, especially with the whole GA situation and the whole patch that happened with Call of Duty. You have to start relying more on your ARs. The ARs have to get those key kills long shot before MP5s could challenge long shot kills versus the M4 players. But now it's not. Personally, I would never challenge an M4 on Azer Cave or long range maps like that if they're hiding on a head glitch. It's gonna be interesting to see how the ARs will do. But now that it is an AR focused game and the M4 is the favorite gun, we're gonna have to see ARs like Sneaky Jacks go big for their teams and stuff.
Oh, yeah, since we're talking about the whole GA situation, I can tell you one person in particular that is going to be very, very upset about the AUG being now GA'd, and that is Kane and the Rated Gaming guys. I saw them doing a scrim up against Band of Misfits, and they actually had implemented the AUG into their playstyle along with some MP7, so they were going for a full 3-gun meta change. But unfortunately, I guess you could say, for them at least, that is no longer a viable option because the AUG is now GA'd, trying to keep it as close to original as possibly could. But now, like we've been saying, the ARs are much more and more useful, especially on these longer range maps. Hackney Yard, there are definitely some spots where you can get some good AR stuff. I've been discovering more and more with the team that I'm coaching. So I think the AR is definitely going to have to be really, really on point in this game, like we've been saying.
Yeah, well, luckily for the SMG players, they are playing Game 1 Ramaza, and we're about to hop right into it. So, let's see how this plays out. I'm excited to see who should we hop on first, Kamaka.
I don't know. Usually who I hop on with first is very, very situational based on who is on the good side, and basically I take in a bunch of factors and do a little bit of calculus in deciding who I hop in with first. It's a very long and drawn out process, but I'll basically say who I have decided and not involve you guys in the showing of my work, like in math class. But anyways, yeah.
I'm gonna hop on.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna hop on Nick Flyer here, looking to play aggressive on the hill with his teammates. They are on bad side right now, but they have to get this rotation. There is the person top third to beat. MP7. And look at Nick Flyer using the MP7. This is gonna be interesting to see. He's been talking to me about it. And a bunch of nades from Saints Academy.
0% surprise on that one. This is, in fact, yeah, this is the hill that, well, obviously the first hill you're not going to have your probe systems up just yet, so Grenade's definitely going to be a huge, huge player in getting that hill control. Rated Gaming going to be taking the hill still, despite the fact that they got seriously naded off of it for a second there. Priestley going to be coming up top, taking down one. Is Bonsai going to go for the counter shell? No, he does not, because he's got other people in other places, like B Jumbo on the mid-plat, just gunning him from a distance. He's going to be seeing another one and getting even more value for this spot. He's on 3 in a row, my friend. And as this hill is coming to a close, he's going to be getting caught by Lavelle. God, I had a problem with this name in the past, but I don't quite remember how the pronunciation goes of it. Anywho, we are going to be seeing a rotation towards next, which Saints Academy has gotten very strong and up on. Rated having a very, very hard time of breaking out of this high line being held by Saints.
Oh, but look at Nick Flyer. He's about to hop in. His teammates are there with the push. Nick and Bonsai going huge for their team right now. Gets 4 together. Nick was playing very sneaky, and what the key play for Rated Gaming, they had that plat control in back construction, and now they have the spawn, but they have to watch out because there are 4 players in the front right now for Saints Academy.
Oh, yikes. Dude, that is a full team wipe and a half if I ever seen one.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, they're trying to just contest as much as is humanly possible, even though it's basically done and dusted. That is a huge hill for Rated Gaming. And that is the one shortcoming of holding a very high line there, is that if you do get a little bit too weakened in the back, then you have to go all the way back, and by the time they realized they had to go back, it was pretty much too late. And again, holding a little bit of a high line here, Priestley trying to hold it down on mid-plat, putting some shots down on Bonsai, and basically putting an end to him real quick. But B Jumbo taking him down. Now they have control over that top area, and now Saints Academy are in a little bit of danger of getting stuck up in there, especially if they allow people like Nick Flyer to get up in here with his MP7, which unfortunately for him he doesn't. But they are in a little bit of a pickle here. So assuming that they get all this time, that'll be pretty good for them, obviously, because they'll be getting pretty much close to them. but they do still have the problem of having to get out of this and go to next, which is on the opposite end of the map.
We do see 2 players from Saints Academy peek out, but Jimbo there to stop it. Nick Flyer already on the rotation, is about to fight someone up top here. And the rotation comes in. They're not spawn trapped, so this is looking quite strong for Saints Academy. But this is going to be a tie game right now.
Yeah, pretty dang close. But Rated Gaming holding them in there and getting the early rotation and the early setup is going to be nice and teed up for a good little bit of time on this, at least a little bit. But Priestley and the guys are starting to make their way on in, only to die a few moments later. Saucy Moo Moo trying to get a little bit saucy with it, I guess you could say. Getting up on the hill. I'm really trying to switch to him, but it was all for nothing. He dies a little bit too quickly for the Codcaster to catch up with him. Anyways, they are pretty much going to be getting the huge majority of the time off that hill. So Saints, they really just got to go for this rotation, chalk it up, and go for next. But Lovell is on island, literally by himself, literally can't do anything up against all these dudes by himself, except for make a good distraction for Priestley, who's starting to take these dudes apart. Only Bonsai up inside of the hill, or even close to it. He's going to allow his teammates to get back up in here and start to get control over this Godheady, as you can see here. So maybe they can do some shooting down on the guys on the inside. I do detect a trophy system down there, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for grenades to do some work. So he's going to have to go in there manually and take these dudes out.
Yeah, look at Bonsai and Jimbo right now. They are 17 and 12 together. That is insane right now. People that I want to see pick it up. I want to see Turkster pick it up for his team as well as Local. They have to pick it up in the flames department. Oh, Sneaky Jax is insane. It's true talent what he can do with the AR. And he gets picked off by Priestley. They will get the scrap time, but it will be an early lead for Rated Gaming. Going up about 30 points here.
Yeah, indeed. And that is going to be the end of our first rotation, like you said. And Rated Gaming is going to be just a little bit in the lead. Not a worrying amount of time to be in the lead by, but if they can get even more time off this first hill, then it's going to start to be worrying. Saints do have the good thing about having these P2 spawns in their favor, but who's to say they don't lose them with a hearty push in from B-Jimbo. I don't think that they're really focusing that too much. As you can tell by their stance, they're really pretty much all stacking on the hill currently. And now they might be able to try and get some positions underneath. As you can see, Bonsai going to be going for some feet shots underneath. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, that is wall bangable, or I guess you could say floor bangable, as you can shoot them through the floor, which is very not nice. It's very ghoulish, I guess you could say, getting shot from underneath you, a little bit of death from below, getting dragged to the depths of hell. Anyways, we're going to be seeing Bonsai trying to make a little bit of an advanced position for his team now that, yeah, B-Jimbo as well, pretty much trying to keep them nice and trapped up in here because, yeah, ideally they will spawn over by B on Search and Destroy because they've gotten so far back in construction. So Saints Academy are going to be in a little bit of a rough spot here.
The same thing is happening over and over. They get the P2 spawns from back plat. It is all blue right now for this matchup. Rated Gaming going off. Now, there's going to be 5 arrows in the front. We'll see what Saints Academy can do, but Binjo will be there to stop it. They are contesting it. Binjo gets one. Can you find the second? Yes, he can. There's one more player to beat. Oh my goodness, it's blue everywhere. Nick Flyer staying alive for his team as well. He has the MP7 in hand. He gets one. He gets traded out by Tursker. Global picks up Bonsai. And it's going to be almost 100-point lead for Rated Gaming.
Oh, that's horrific.
They are going off right now.
Yes, this is a horrifyingly amazing performance from Rated Gaming. Just really good. Yeah, I was about to point that out as well. Jimbo almost at 30 already. I was just watching him as he gets a very ghastly kill on somebody else that he really should not have gotten, in my personal opinion. But his skill was just greater than his opponent, so he does win it out. Anywho, getting on the hill now is Sneaky Jax. Just not going to be able to win off this one, but just adding insult to injury, just making it that much easier off the next hill which they have got pretty much on lockdown unless Priestley can make a little bit of a breakout attempt here. As you can see, the man with the AR trying to do it all for his team. He's going to be allowing Curious NP and his boys to start peeling through the middle of the map and burrowing their way towards the next hill. Lavelle having a little bit of struggles in mid-map, and Saucy, he is pretty dang close, but he's not quite there just yet. Gonna get into a little bit of trouble on the way, but nothing to what he can't handle. And he's gonna be able to get there pretty much with ample time to stop this hill from going completely into the enemy team's hands. Gonna be making a little bit of trouble in Paradise for them, but, I mean, again, he is a little bit by himself. Actually, I take it back. Look at all his teammates rushing into the hill with him. They're starting to make a little bit of comeback. If they can get a lot of time off this hill and get a little bit of a good rotation to the next, this might be a little bit closer than we originally thought.
Yeah, they held a pretty strong hill in the beginning, but Corius is there to pick up Bonsai, and they're going to pick up this time. It's going to be, if they can hold all of this, it's gonna be
Oh, wow! Jimbo, again.
My goodness.
I can't believe it, dude.
They have to win this rotation to stay alive. Saints Academy looking to rotate here, but Rated Gaming is all set up. They gave up on that hill time. They said, you know what, you can have it. We're going to win it off here. But we'll see if Saints Academy can do anything.
Oh, man. So well.
Sneaky Jack gets 2, Nyx gets 1. And there's going to be one final push here. But there's 2 players to beat on the half wall. Priestley gets taken out. And Kane gets a 2-piece.
What is this M4 build I detect here? Is this a commando build from Kane for close range ability and faster ADS time? That is very interesting. These guys are going for meta breaking things as well, and who's to say it's not working, because they have just won the round, the first round of the night of this map, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna be Bonsai with the play of the game, just absolutely frying these kids. Talk about a team wipe and a half. Rated Gaming looking like one of the teams to beat in this, well, in the preseason especially, but now, especially now that the season is underway, they're looking pretty solid, my friends.
Yeah, Rated Gaming did not even drop a map last week, or 2 weeks ago, sorry about that. And look at the stats, 35-12 from Jimbo, 22-19, 26-19. We got Kane holding that hill time with 101 minute 56, sorry. Players, unfortunately, that needed to pick it up. Lovell, 13-26, double negative. I think the key factor was that they had 3 ARs. Rated Gaming played Sneaky Jacks, I believe Jimbo and Kane had ARs, which
yeah, that's correct.
Usually you don't see it, but it's the new meta, I guess.
It doesn't surprise me at all that we saw 3 ARs. That's something that we've been seeing on Azir Cave especially, and honestly, a little bit of a flex M4 build coming in from Kane is what I saw. Something that gives you faster ADS time for a sacrifice in damage distance, which is an interesting choice that I haven't really seen too much of. But this guy, I've seen him do a lot of anti-meta things. He's a little bit of a Call of Duty hipster, this guy. He used the AUG before it was cool, and now he's using a flex M4 before it's potentially cool. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be getting in here soon with some Search and Destroy on Arklov Peak, which we are going to be seeing even more AR prowess up in, and maybe even some sniper abilities coming in to make a little bit of an influence on this game. Now, Rated Gaming, like you said, they didn't drop a single map last time. So, and I've also seen them do a really good job in Search and Destroy, especially in other leagues up against even teams like, I don't remember what their actual new name is now, but Pentagram and Zinx's team. I saw him go up against them, and they did not do that bad. So, these guys are some fearsome foes for our guys in Saints Academy. But yeah, anything else you want to say before we go and take our break here?
If you're a Saints Academy fan, you need them to go win this next map. They cannot go down 2-0. Who do you think is going to win this next map before we go to the commercial break?
If I had to go statistically wise and based on my experience in watching, I'm going to have to say Rated Gaming wins it 9 times out of 10. But, I mean, They do have some really solid players on their team. I saw Saucy Mumu and Priestley do some good things up in there, but who's to say it goes the same way on Search and Destroy? I really haven't seen a lot of Saints Academy in it in a whole bunch. But yeah, we'll find out together, ladies and gentlemen, when we come back from this break. Stay tuned.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. My heart rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know.
All right, we are back. Thank you for everyone being patient with us. We are going to hop in to game number 2, Arcov Peak Search. And I say we hop on the bomb carrier themselves. Oh, they're spray painting the Canadian flags representing Canada. But let's hop on this bomb carrier. It's going to be Bonsai. And we'll see what they can do on this defensive round. It looks like it's going to be a push here. And 3 players on Saints Academy playing it very patient. Oh, but this is going to be an aggressive push. Let's hop on number 4 here, Sneaky Jacks. And he's going to be entrenched already. Furious gets the kill on Kane. A 5-4 advantage for Saints Academy. And then Lovell gets the snipe on Bonsai. But Jax, they call him Sneaky Jacks for a reason. He gets 1.
Very sneaky.
You might know that the person is behind the bomb. He has a feeling. but he can't see what we see.
Yep, that's a big fact. And now Nick Flyer, now that they have basically full trench control, is going to start to try and take on the sniper. Sneaky is basically at the end of the trench, going to be making Lovell pay for his missed shots. And Curious going to be making himself known at not the best time possible, but Sneaky Jack somehow sneaking away with a kill before he does die. And now B Jimbo, in the meantime, during all that commotion, has planted the bomb. It's a nice 2v2, getting a little bit aggressive with it here, this guy. But he does get the better of B Jimbo, so now... Oh, he's done enough, though. Nick Flyer with a sniper rifle in the distance, watching over the bomb. They're going to be smoking it on out, though. He's going to be seeing him. Whip out the pistol for him. Not quite enough, as now Saints Academy going to be taking the first round. Seemed to be going good for a little bit from Rated Gaming, but as soon as they dropped two guys on the approach, it basically turned against them in Saints Academy. Despite that, it looked a little bit maybe rough for them towards the middle of that game. Their early game acquisitions of the kills has really paid it off for them.
Yeah, Rated Gaming looked quite strong. Actually, Jimbo picked up a kill on the guy on the Saints Academy member that was behind the bomb, saved Sneaky Jack, and I thought it was going to be the end of the round there. But unfortunately, for Rated Gaming, Saints Academy came clutch. They went huge near the end there.
No snipers for Saints Academy, by the way.
No snipers for Saints Academy? Oh, that might be punishing. Or it might be just an aggressive push to B as we see on the mini-map. Saucy or Corius gets naded. They're both alive though. Sneaky Jacks gets the first blood onto Tusker. It's gonna be interesting to see. He is in the middle. He might find someone to his right now. It could be caught timing. He gets the kill on Louisville. Insane reaction time from Jax over there. He sees the nade. He knows where he's at. He sees him right under. Oh my goodness, Jax, give it to him. There's one player to beat. It's a 1 versus 5. But he gets traded out. Rated game and ties it up 1-1. That was a strong round from Rated Gaming.
Yeah, Sneaky Jax has been looking really good, especially. You cannot beat this guy in a heads-up gunfight, is what I am gaining from this game. Like, I swear, there are times that he should have been just dead to rights, in the dirt, no questions asked. Like, one shot left in him, and he just completely took a guy down from full health. The guy is just bulletproof.
Did Jax get the last kill?
He did, yes. He's at 6-1 right now, bro.
I thought he died on that last one. I thought he got traded out there. Well, we're gonna hop on Kane. Or, I guess Sneaky Jax, he's already pushed up.
He's feeling himself right now.
Yeah, he's feeling himself. He wants to get those kills. He wants to set a record here. Well, we're gonna see what this Rated Gaming squad can do. Can they pull out this better offense? Louisville gets another snipe on Bonsai. I believe that's 2 rounds in a row. He gets the information, but he did shoot. Got a little trigger happy there. But Sneaky Jax just proning, being sneaky, but Priestley got him this time. He knew he was coming. And it's going to be a 5v3 once again for Rated Gaming. I mean, they have the bomb. They could probably switch the B if they felt comfortable, but it looks like they're going to be probably committing to this.
I mean, they're just so basically stuck. Yeah, especially because Lovell is watching over that mid crossover. They'd have to completely backtrack. And now Turkster starting to get a little bit aggressive with it coming through mid. He's got bomb down right in front of him. This round is chalked for Rated Gaming. And if it goes completely differently, I will donate $10 to anybody's PayPal right now. Anywho, Kane gonna be the only one left, and he's somehow managing to make lemons out of lemonade, but oh, I almost lost $10 there. But Saints Academy playing us smart.
I wanted that $10, so I hopped on Kane right away. I thought he was gonna clutch it there. But
oh, me too.
He couldn't. And unfortunately, Kane, you didn't give me $10, man.
Dude, thank God Turkster has a brain in him. Because if he had pushed up and they lost that, I would have been so incredibly distraught. That was literally like I'm sorry that I'm starting over my words right now. That's just how baffled I would have been. That is a 3v1 completely thrown away. Would have been if he hadn't just laid down in the dirt and accepted the victory that he had just gotten for his team. Anywho, Priestley now coming up, and again, now they're going to be bringing out the AX-50 on the attack this time, as Lovell trying to get a few more cheeky shots off the rip and make some openings for his team, and as like you said, gather some information.
Oh,
Sneaky Jacks.
That's the first blood on Priestley with that.
Oh, not getting away with it though.
Oval gets the trade. And it's going to be a 4v4 situation. Number 8, Saucy, staying in the back, but there's nobody going to be there.
Sure.
But right now, it is a 3 versus 4. He's playing aggressive. Jimbo, all of a sudden,
Oh, no
is
way.
rushing and then with the snipe. And it's going to be basically a 1 versus 4 because your boy Saucy is just staying back there. And it's going to be all up to Saucy and the 1 versus 4. It's going to be a tough one to beat. They have bomb down.
Oh, now Jimbo knows exactly where he's at.
Fuse. It's a 1 versus 3. But they get the information. And Kane playing it extremely smart. Did not go for the defuse. Was ready. Peeking it. And it's going to be tied up 2-2.
Yes, indeed. Keeping it nice and real. I'm assuming that they're just letting their Daddy recharge a little bit here real quick. As you can see, they are just letting Jimbo's Daddy recharge real quick. He did expend it when he went through the trench, I can only imagine. But yeah, now evening the score. Rated Gaming on the 4th round. They draw it 2-2. Going to be getting now towards the mid game where people start to do a little bit of wacky things to try and throw each other off for the end game and keep each other guessing. Try to avoid developing too much of a pattern. And now I want to see a little bit of Nick Flyer up in here. He's 1-3, but I mean, the sniper is just such a pivotal role on this map. If he can just guarantee his teammate a safe passage through trench or anything else like that, they'll be looking pretty good. Oh, he was literally aiming right at a dude through the smoke. If he had just had some
I believe
faith.
he got the aim assist. I believe he got the aim assist. He got information there. But Nick Flyer was part of the team of the week on week 2. Let's see what he can do with the sniper. I'm excited to see a couple little cheeky snipes, and it's about to maybe happen. As I say it, we got the little caster curse. Nobody's seeking him. Oh, they get the
there you
snipe
go.
on Priestley right now, and it is a 4v3. Lovell does get the kill on Bonsai though.
Yeah, and that was the bomb carrier, so Kane now has to go and pick that up for his team. Just oh so audacious from Lovell, but a little bit too audacious, a little bit too ballsy, as he does now go down. And now it's all on Saucy, Mumu, and Turkster to pick up the pieces for him. Turkster with basically no hope in the world of getting the ninjas, trying to get as close as he can, but Rated Gaming going to be winning that 10 times out of 10, especially when you approach it like that.
It really is a Sneaky Jack show today, especially on this Search and Destroy. I believe he is either 10-3 or 11-3 right now. Insane stuff for only being halfway through the game. He could go for a 20 bomb. I hope we might see a 20 bomb here. I really want to see it.
As soon as the game goes that long, though, my friend.
Yeah, you never know, I guess. You never know, because Saints Academy had 2 strong rounds. Let's see what they can do on this A offensive push. We're gonna hop on Tuskers or Turskers.
Oh, good, Turkster is how I say it.
Turskers? Alright, thanks.
No problem.
And then there's one person, Jimbo.
They're switching.
Kind of a bit sneaky there. But look, it might be a B push. This is an amazing play. I've seen this a couple of times. They can go through mid and they're gonna rush B. But the arrows are slowly realizing this. Number 2 though, Jimbo
I'm trying to switch in
might
with
be on
that.
the flank here.
Strongly contemplating it right now. Just waiting for the
Yeah,
time to be
he's
right.
like, I don't know about that.
Oh, now is the time to
Might be a
strike,
couple
but he
players.
has been discovered!
So Priestley knew he was coming. Great read from Saints Academy. But an aggressive B push, but by the time it was a bit
Surrounded.
full on Saints Academy, so it's going to be everyone's going to be ready for the push, but Momo gets a second. Bonsai gets 1, and the plant looks like it's going to be down. Bonsai gets a second. Can he find the 3rd?
This is ridiculous.
It is all up to him. In a 1 versus 2, he'd be clutching this. I believe a 1 versus 3, 1 versus 4.
1v4, he'd get the 4K. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Pick it up. Saints Academy ties it back 3-3, and this is a close search and destroy, and I love to see it.
Honestly, it's pretty ridiculous. I thought he was gonna get it there for a second. He was starting to make a believer out of me with just how close those kills were to each other. I mean, like, close to death he was on those kills. Like, if he had done that like a millisecond sooner, if he had just been a little second slower in getting that kill, he would have been just dead in the dirt, as a doornail, as they like to say. But now, Rated, we are now on that infamous round 7, the round 7 curse that was told me by Cheeto Wunga one time. He told me that whoever wins round number 7 in a search and destroy wins the search and destroy. Well, that came true in the last match we saw today, so let's see if it does go on does go on further today as Nick Flyer fries Saucy Moo off the bomb heady. Now they're going to have to start making their way back towards this site. Now Turkster going to be catching him on the plant. Going to be, oh, he saw him and he fluffs his shots. Sneaky Jax, though, nice, true, and to the point with his bullets, and he's going to be taking him down. And now getting into some good positions here. Sneaky Jax just chilling on the window as the final 2 have to come in here. And now it is just Lovell here with the sniper rifle, I can only imagine, unless he switched off it. Yeah, he's got a pistol and a sniper. Not good looks.
But it is a 1 versus 3 right now. Let's see what he can do. He has 14 seconds left, and it's going to be a round win for Rated Gaming. It is unfortunate, but Sneaky Jax and Nick were the duo right there. Got 4 of the kills, I believe, or 3 of them. Doing a fantastic job staying alive and getting those crucial kills. I don't know how Sneaky got that kill, though. On the Saints Academy member in the window. That was
I'm not quite sure. I don't think I quite caught that one, to be honest with you.
I believe he stopped firing, and Jax got the kill.
I don't really have anything to say about that because I didn't see it. But anyways, Rated Gaming going to be taking that infamous round 7. So are they going to be wielding the power of the curse up against Saints Academy? Or is it going to be a very secular society today, and are we going to be seeing no superstition coming into play? Nick Flyer just chilling like a villain, taking down 1, but Priestley there for the trade and getting the bomb right back on up. But ready and waiting are even more guys. Oh, so patiently waiting around the corner is B. Jembo, I do believe that is. Priestley picking up the AR, but Bonsai accidentally kills Jimbo. That's a big oof, as now the middle is wide open as Kane has to kind of come back here. He's just making sure that no one comes around the back, but B is basically wide open for the taking. Lovell is scouting out the area, making sure that there is no trickery afoot, making sure that everything is smooth sailing from this way forward, making a little bit of noise down there, but Priestley, oh man, gets caught in the rotation. Turkster as well.
And they had the rotation to be. They're finally going to do it. But it might be too little too late because it is now a 2 versus 3 for Rated Gaming. They realize that he's going for the B plant. There's number 1, Kane, going to see if he can pick it up from the window. He might find 1. And can he find the second? It's all up to Saucy Momo.
Oh, they're going to go for the defuse. He's going to cover him while he defuses. This is very risky. And he's going to get pushed off by the grenade throw. Saucy tossing in a little bit of ordnance, hitting him up, but getting a few too many bullets. Sneaky Jax keeping it going for his team yet again. He's 15-4 right now. I do believe that was about what we saw earlier for, I don't know, the record of the day for most kills of Search and Destroy. I don't know about the record period, but earlier today we did see Clickman of Mal Gaming go, well, Mal Esports, excuse me. He went, I think, 16-4, but he's getting pretty dang close, so he might actually surpass him with just, how many rounds is it remaining now? Potentially this might be the last round, I do believe. Yes, indeed, this might be his last chance to surpass that.
Yeah, it was a crucial round for Rated Gaming. You don't want to go tied 4-4. Now they feel pretty comfortable Saints Academy has to win 3. They only have to win 1. So they can maybe pull up a aggressive push as we see right now. They are going for that 8th plant, and Jax is gonna rush this trench this time. He gets a kill on Corey as he has 16 kills. And there is the communication on Priestley, but Nick Flyer is already on trench. Shoots his teammate a bit. The love tap. He gets taken out by Saucy Momo, but Bonsai's there for the trade. Sneaky gets 17. And it's
see if he
all
can get this final
up
kill right
to
here. He wants it.
Louisville. Yeah, he wants his last kill. He knows it. He wants the 18 bomber. His teammate.
He sees him.
Look. Sees him. He challenges.
Denied.
No, why did you steal his kill? Rated Gaming goes up 2-0 with a pretty strong search and destroy, winning 6-3.
Yeah, it's pretty much par for the course for these guys. They really haven't struggled much in the time coming up to this, and they're pretty much doing exactly the same now, especially because of Sneaky Jax. 17-4, almost 18, but was denied the final kill of the game, which kind of feels bad, but he did do better than anybody else before him today, at least, in terms of KD in Search and Destroy. Most kills and basically tied for fewest deaths with Clickman earlier. Anyways, dudes, that is going to be another round into the hands of Rated Gaming. We're going into now a domination on Hackney Yard. This is going to be a little bit more of a close range map, but I would not be too surprised if we still saw 2 ARs. You guys might be saying, "Oh, that's crazy! Hackney Yard is so close range." But I mean, you would be surprised at some of the sight lines you discover when you play this game for a very long time.
It's going to be interesting to see. I think the key factor of if any team wants to win is holding that map control. You want to hold that middle control and a bit of top L, not too far so your team doesn't spawn out, but you want them to spawn back green near the blue van of P5, and it's gonna be interesting to see. Right now, Rated Gaming looking quite strong in their first game of this week. The respawn has looked almost phenomenal, except near the end there they were doing a small little comeback, but be interesting to see.
Yeah, man, it's been a very rocky roller coaster ride for Saints so far, but who's to say that they don't pull something over on Rated Gaming on this next one? Although Rated, I've seen them do some good things in Domination, that they are no strangers to this mode. I would definitely not put it past Saints, because out of ignorance I don't want to count them out because I haven't really seen them before. So I don't want to count them out just yet, but it's been looking very good for Rated Gaming, and I don't know, we might be seeing another 3-0 today unless Saints have a little bit of a trick up their sleeves. They're really, like you said, they're going to have to maintain that mid-map control, and I am very curious to see how they play this mode that not too many people travel on.
For selfish reasons, I do want to see this Azer Cave hardpoint. I love to see more games. I don't want this to be a flat-out 3-0, but Rated Gaming looking to extend on their flawless map count right now. It's insane they haven't lost one. Rated Gaming, though, on week 2, had a lot of close games. I believe they had a 1-point domination, so you never know. Maybe Saints Academy can take this domination off of them, and hopefully we'll see a game 4. Again, for selfish reasons, I just love seeing two teams compete, and I love to see close games.
Yes, indeed. And we are going to be going to a little bit of a break now, perhaps the final one of the day, but hopefully not. We do love to see ourselves a little bit of intensity and action, and that is exactly what would happen if a map does not go in the hands of Rated Gaming. Anywho, dudes, we will be right on back, so do not let your hearts be troubled. We'll be back in about 3 minutes.
See smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 Safe and
All right, welcome back. We are going to hop in to game number 3, Hackney Yard Domination. Right now, if you're just tuning in, Rated Gaming is up 2-0, looking quite dominant in this best of 5, but we'll see if Saints Academy can bring this back with the reverse sweep. And it's only fair if we hop on Sneaky Jacks, their main player for that search and destroy last game. 7 kills. They get the early B cap. That was a pretty quick cap in my opinion. But Jax is going to get that top AC control. He jumps down as I say it. Looking for his teammates. He's going to back up and help as we go. There's going to be previously here on a P1 playing a very sneaky. They have the AR, and you're right. I believe there's 2 ARs for Rated Gaming for both teams, actually. It's going to be 3 people on Saints Academy, but Nick and Bonsai gets the 3 kills.
Not quite what I had in mind for the AR, but I mean, sure, it's still. I guess I was right anyway. But anywho, it appears that Saints never really went in for the cap on C, as you might have seen from the minimap. They pretty much just went for the flip right off the rip with sending a few guys to B, but they really wanted control over A. So now they're going to accept defeat and go back and get C now. But yeah, Priestley, he's still trying to go for that A hit. Green is never going to die in his mind. But Nick Flyer coming in here with the MP7, interestingly enough. I'm curious to see what he tries to do with this. He's pushing up to the spawn area by Green, and he's going to be taking down one with the AR. and almost another with the MP7, but in they come, getting control over green. And now they're using that window control. I love this spot for an AR. But apparently he's using the MP5, which is not that big of a deal. It's still a good spot regardless. But yeah, he's going to be making some room for Priestley to cut them off on their entry into B, which allows Turkster to in turn hop on. But he did not know that his teammate was pushing off, and that's going to get him killed. Luckily for him, Saucy Moon was there to pick things up. And they're going to get control over B, but in the meantime, Nick Flyer flying through mid-map and going for the cutoff of his own on P3 hardpoint. I get a little bit of flankerino here. Let's hop in with this.
Yeah, he's going to get this flank. He gets taken out quickly by Corius. And this is great plays from Saints Academy. They got that beautiful, as I say that, Jimbo gets 2. He's holding that top L control, and they're trying to get that spawn trap. As I said, they need top L. They need mid-map. Right now, he gets a kill. He's on a 4-kill streak right now. Jimbo might find his 5th here. He does see a couple players from Saints Academy get his 5th. Can he get 6?
Oh my
There's
god.
2 more players. He's on a 6-kill streak, making 7. There's one player right beside him. He finally gets taken out, but that is a huge 6-kill streak for him. He has been outslaying Saints Academy all series, and it's hard to see them come back from this. Like, it's already a double 30-point lead. They're looking quite strong in this first rotation, but we have to take in consideration that Saints Academy did get bad side, and they can pick it up next round. But Bonsai and Oval.
God, dude, this is looking so grim right now. They're starting to get control over B, and they're starting to get past Jimbo in mid-map, so they've finally gotten rid of that issue. So now in they go for B, but they've got more problems in the form of Bonsai trying to take control over top L now. Gonna kind of mess up the flash there, and Corius is gonna be taking him down. So they do have control over B, but not mid-map. As you can see, Rated Gaming flying through mid-map, and Corius taking back control over top L, but Kane is going to be coming right up through AC and taking these dudes down. Lovell apparently thinks now is a good time amidst the chaos to try and go for a flip on A, while they go for... Oh, this actually is a good time for a flip on A, potentially, because as you see, they did send a guy all the way back to C. So if I were Saints, and I saw this predicament that we were in, I would definitely be trying to get those A spawns right now. And not going back for C, just trying to push through them. You've got all your dudes here, and they've got at least one guy back at C, so why the heck not, right? Saucy Mumu is apparently a like-minded individual to myself, and he's going to be coming in and taking down 1, and he's got another coming up behind him, and he's going to see this coming, but Kane a little bit too quick on the trigger pull, and even quicker to pick up his teammates' trade is Lovell. Going to be getting control over A, but not really at a time that it makes too much of a difference. 12 seconds remaining in this half. Some signs of life coming in from Saints Academy, and not too far behind going into the good side, but still could have potentially been a little bit better. Obviously, or hindsight is 20/20, but I mean, I'm not going to criticize them too much. They could have, they definitely picked it up a little bit at the end there.
Yeah, right now Saints Academy is down 36 points. They have to pick it up. Luckily for them, they did have bad sides, so they had the opportunity to capitalize on a lead like Rated Gaming did, but they have to hold double caps. And if during in-case situations, they might have to go for that C flag. But the key factor for Saints Academy, they need to hold this map control. They can't let them break those hills. It's going to be interesting to see. Nobody goes for the flank on Rated Gaming. It's going to be a full push to B, and it's going to be a dogfight right here. Nick gets 1.
Yeah.
Can he find another one? But his teammates are there to pick it up. It is all down right now for Saints Academy, and this is going to be a B cap for Rated Gaming. And that was a pretty strong fight. I'm surprised they actually won the gunfights there, because if you're Saints Academy, you get there first. But look at Nick. Nick is being so sneaky. He stays alive, but he gets taken out by Saucy Momo. And it's going to be 3 people on the B flag, and it's going to be a flag switch for Saints Academy. And they need to hold this 2 cap if they want to bring this back here.
Yeah, I was gonna say in the beginning of this, if I know Rated Gaming at all, there's not a chance that they go for A off the rip and they're just gonna flood on in to B. That is the textbook thing to do in that situation, because you're obviously gonna have people from the other side, because they have the A side, they're like, oh, we want to keep this, right? But on the C side, you do not want to keep it. So what do you do to things you want to protect? You send people to defend them. So obviously, if they send all their guys to B, they're going to be at a manpower advantage. So they just send all their guys in there and they get the 2 cap. And now they have serious bargaining power on the rest of the game.
I mean, it is a 40-point deficit right now, but they're trying to get this trip cap. Right now, number 6, Lowell, staying alive, or as I say that, gets taken out by Nick, and it looks like he can possibly try to get this trip cap, because there's not really a player to beat except for Beasley. He gets taken out as I say that, but right now it's just
oh, that's a little bit rough there for Rated.
It's double cap for Saints Academy, looking like about to be a triple cap. Or, sorry, apologies, a double cap. They're going to get the C flag.
Well, it was about to be a triple cap, you were right, but they did manage to pour themselves back into C enough to where they did prevent it. That is the one dangerous thing about going for the full cap, is you can really mess up your spawns if you're not careful. And they did lose their guy anchoring the spawn in the back, so they did kind of flip out for a second there, having neither the A spawn or the C spawn. They're spawning right in the middle, so Saints Academy, they pretty much just fanned out across the entire map, which, I don't know, even when your opponent is down, it's a very risky thing to do to try and go for the full cap. But I mean, at this stage of the game, they kind of have to. Look at that point deficit.
Yeah, with 2 minutes left on the clock, they at this point, they need to trip cap. It's about 12 points if you get a double cap. And right now, they are down 45. And right now, it's a trip cap for Rated Gaming. As I say that Saints Academy needs a trip cap, and it's all blue right now in the kill feed. Jimbo going for the knife. He's just swinging, and he gets beat by Tucksters. And unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be almost mathematically impossible here. And Rated Gaming running quite strong in this. But we do still have time. It's going to be interesting to see. But they have to trip cap now. I believe it's mathematically possible. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, I'd say you're just about spot on in that assumption. So we're just going to see how this one does play out. I'm sure they're just going to be playing this just for the experience of seeing what these guys can do, even though they're probably not going to be trying too hard now that they know that they've won. They're just going to be trying to make the scoreline look a little bit prettier for their fans down in the chat. I can only imagine Turkster definitely making his scoreline look a little bit prettier with 2 kills in a row. Just making that 10 and 27 look a little bit nicer, but in the end, they are not going to be able to win this game. It is done and dusted. We are going to be seeing a 3-0 in the hands of Rated Gaming. Some good stuff from the Saints Academy, but the experience and ability combining together for a really deadly combination from Rated Gaming. They are going to be going into tomorrow still undefeated on maps since the last time we saw them.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see. If you look at Turkster's stats, he's.
Oh, know what I'm looking at right now? Body shots from Rated Gaming.
Oh, body shots. I did not expect that, because Nick did say, I love you cuties in the chat of the game. But look at Bonsai. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the execution, but Rated Gaming takes it 3-0. If you're a Rated Gaming fan, you're quite excited. They have not dropped a map yet. And to be honest, Rated Gaming is looking like the strongest team in this whole league right now. They haven't lost one map. They're destroying other teams. Some games are close, but look at that stat line. Jimbo 30-19, having another good respawn, and Nick Flyer 24-19, gain 20-19. Person that needed to step up, unfortunately, was Turkster. Unfortunately, he didn't have the best performance in the respawns this series, but it was a very entertaining series nonetheless. A lot of highlight reels for a Rated game, and that's for sure.
Oh, I 100% agree. That was a pleasure to cast. I had a great time. But yeah, let's take a little bit of a look at the bracket. I do believe tomorrow we're going to be seeing LR Academy versus Swift Uprising, then Chaos Gang versus Valiant. And then everything is going to be going forward from there, unless I am mistaken. So yeah, you guys know what the top half of the bracket is going to be looking like going into the rest of this weekend. It's going to be Malicious versus Rated later on, and the bottom half of the bracket, that's still yet to be decided. Tune back in tomorrow for that. But yeah, guys, just in case you guys do not know what just happened, you guys are like, whoa, what is this? What just happened? This is St. Clair Saints Academy versus Rated Gaming, and you missed it. You guys can go back in the VOD, though, and check it out on the K7 YouTube channel. Just click the subscribe button, and you'll get notified whenever we go live. Big shout-outs to Heroism, by the way, for having us on here. One of the founders of the league, and everybody else that is in charge of the league. They put on a really great show. And shout out to all of our sponsors as well, such as Rogue Energy and Get Good Hosts. They're providing some really great stuff for the community in forms of servers and energy for when you want to play on those servers. It really is a symbiotic relationship, and we do love it. Anyways, dudes, that's about all I've got. Anything else you want to say, Shadow, before we head out?
I'm just excited to see how this weekend plays out. I'm curious, what are your predictions for the lower side of the bracket?
Lower side of the bracket. Let's take a quick look just for a refresher. I'd say, that's a good question. I think that we've got some Swift Uprising for sure, I would have to say. But the other one, I feel like I've seen Valiant before. I feel like I've seen both these teams before, but I feel like I'm confusing them with other teams at the same time. Yeah. So I don't want to be like an idiot and say, oh, it's for sure going to be this team. But if I had to make a prediction, I would guess... I don't even know, dude. Probably Valiant, I guess.
Oh, I was going to go for Chaos, but I guess we'll find out. Thank you. It was a pleasure to cast. This is my first casting on the K7 League. I'm your caster, Element Shadow, aka Mando, and joining with me is Kamaka, and I had a blast. Thank you for having me, guys, and excited to cast more series and future tournaments here.
Same here, and the feeling is mutual. Had a great time casting with you, too, and we cannot wait to do it much more in the coming days and weeks, because we've got plenty of time left in the season, guys. You're not going anywhere. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. We will catch you guys all tomorrow in the next instance of K7 League. We'll see you.